What's up, everybody? I'm a little bit late tonight, eh? Well, what are you gonna do? Um, whoops. Let's get started nice and quick then, eh? We do this. We do this. Here we go. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Um, every night before streaming, I listen to Alien Ant Farm to get me fired up. Why would I lie about something like this? We should add this. It's totally true. Why would I lie about something like this? Okay. I'm now live. Okay. Whenever streaming, listening to Alien Ant Farm to get me fired up. It's totally true. Why would I lie about something like this? Tweet. I thought about that because I actually was listening to Alien Ant Farm. You guys remember that band? Somehow they came up in the YouTube recommended, and I was like, wow, man, I haven't heard of these guys in a while. And I clicked on it. Alright. But what's up, everybody? I guess doing Taylor Bost standing over a buck. Saying, why did the bum get her slapped? Wait, what? Because it was being too cheeky. I'm gonna slap you right now, Taylor, but I want you to know that I'm very disappointed. This is a disappointing slap. It's gonna be more of a slap. That's the kind of slap that Boo. Boo. Whoa, 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 what is this? Hashtag, are we getting double rated right now? We got a Hobbit raid and a beard gang? Is it Hobbit End? No way. Is this really a double raid? My goodness, this is a double raid. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for the double raid. Thank you, guys. Hobbit. Captain Bay. Alright, let's get started, though. Let's do it. So, I'm... Okay. Ooh, hold on. Is there a way that I could add this to... Hold on a second, guys. If I want to show you guys something, and we could talk about it a little bit. Because maybe you guys could help me figure something out, because I sure as hell can't figure it out myself. Hold on. I gotta find it. I should have set this up earlier. I forgot I wanted to do this. I think it's in here. No. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Here it is. If I copy this, and I paste it here. Close this now. Bring this back up. Hang on. This will only take a moment. Hold on. Almost got it. I want to show you guys. This is I tried designing a new layout a long time ago. I'm not going with this layout, okay? But I designed this a long time ago, and I just was going through things, and I figured, hey, why not show you guys? All right, hold on, let me hide it for a second while I read these messages. Easy. Easy 1977 said, oh, 5 saying, BG unlocked suicides today. Can you critique the setup? Twitter, sure. Yeah, man, I could totally do that for you. Let's see what we got. There we go. Okay, this is fine for the proficiencies. This is also fine. This is normally what I go with myself, so that's good. Yeah, dude, it's a good looking setup for sure, man. If you got some bleed champions that could take advantage of the deep wounds and everything, it's a good looking setup. Should be good to go, man. How does it feel? Do you feel more powerful? Do you also feel like you're hurting yourself at times? I'm sure, but still, man, I bet the damage output is a bit different, dude, thank you for the 5. Setup looks strong. Let me update. This is a big old D. Thank you, dude. Sam, 129 sent over 5 of them Australian bucks saying, "Hey, BG, watching from Australia. Love all your content, dude. Thank you very much. Shout out to all the I was gonna say all the Australian folks, but aren't they called Aussies? Isn't that what? Do you guys call yourselves that? Probably not, right? It's probably other people outside of Australia that calls you. But either way, shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for the 5. Man, guys, these super chats. You guys are so generous. Bone Sandwich Wife sent it over too, saying, "I feel like John Cena because you can't see me. Have money." Dude, I still don't understand. If you did try to type in another message besides this one, well, it's true, I can't see it. I tried to check. I tried to look. Now we say Aussies? Okay. Alright. Alright, good. You guys say it too. It makes it... that's good. Because as I said that, I was like, wait a minute. That's not an insult, is it? Sometimes when you abbreviate things like that, it can get real insulting, but I've never heard it that way, so... Okay, good. Stealth Ghost also said 05. Bones on Uchiway. First off, man, I want to figure out a way to fix it, but I really don't know how. I wonder if it's something on YouTube's end or something, but Stealth Ghost, thank you for the 5. Said, "Hey BG, love your vids. I don't have sound on, so can you thumbs up when you get? Thanks." Here it is, man. Stealth Ghost, thank you. Super generous, everybody. Thank you so much, because I see even another super chat from Tom Luckman. Tom, thank you, dude. Saying, "BG, why didn't the bread go to the doctor? He felt butter in the morning." Also, last please, I have extra characters, so happy birthday. Okay. Wise use of the extra characters. Alright. What's your last? BG, my girlfriend told me to stop singing Wonderwall. I said, maybe... on that note, we're getting into some action here. Boo! Let's just do some auto fighting. It sounds appropriate right about now. Let's do that. But thank you, Bonesaw. I meant to say Tom on that one. Wait, Bonesaw! I can see your message. Test comment, monkeys, and a bunch of monkeys. Hey, man. I can see that one. Okay, well, that's a good sign. Thank you, everybody, though, man. That was a lot of... rapid-fire super chats and stuff, man. Alright, let's just throw in a bunch of... this is enough. You guys ever do that? You're just throwing in and assembling a team, and you're like, no, we don't even need 5. It's okay. Let's just go up the middle. What's up, Cap? What do we got going on here? Finish the Mortal Quest, BG. Nice, dude. Oh, that quest. Such a pain. Just got the champion quest left at 6.2. Nice, man. That is awesome, Cap. That is awesome. done with that Mortal Quest, eh? Good stuff, man. Okay. I want to show you guys, it's crystal layout. We just watched the video where you opened 100 uncollected crystals. You got, I think, 2,200 units. Would you say that would be average for 100 crystals? A little bit above average. Average is about 1,800. I like to give it a range usually of about 1,600 to 2,000. So 2,200 is a little bit above. From my past record keeping, at least. Of course, I don't know what the true average is from like everyone in the community, but it seems to be fairly consistent that about 1,800 units from 100,000 battle chips. Or, wait, not 100,000 battle chips, excuse me. 1 million battle chips. Alright, alright, so this was the old layout that I was playing around with for a bit. I never used this during a stream, I don't think. But I did want to talk with you guys about it. Can I make it a little bit bigger? Yeah, let's make it a little bit bigger. So, again, I'm not going to go with this. The gray definitely doesn't look great, but I was going to change the gray to maybe something else. But the idea was to try to make it cleaner somehow. Because I'm trying to improve the stream again. Every once in a while, I go on this mission to try to increase the quality of the stream, and I feel like I'm on one of those kicks right now for sure. And I think some of you maybe have noticed, I don't even know how many people actually look in the descriptions of these streams, but some of you may have noticed if you look there, I put the cutoffs in the description. At this point, I'm starting to think maybe I'll never find a good place to like replace the cutoffs in stream. It's either the way they are right now, which is not bad, but if I could even remove that and maybe replace that area with something else, that would be ideal. So I never wanted to put it in the description because I figured people don't look there, you know. Some people do, of course, but some people, a lot of people don't. So I always wanted to keep it on screen, but at this point, you know, I'm thinking people will catch on if it's in the description, and we could just free up that space. And I don't know what to put in that space, if anything at all. But then I also want to change the big D a little bit. Not a big change to it, but just maybe if we could find a way to make that a bit cleaner. Because there's like those times where I have to hide it while doing other content. If I could somehow avoid doing that, maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know. Or for other, if I do play other games or something like that, a different way, just to make it look nicer. You know what I mean? So if anyone has ideas, if there's any artists out there, or you don't have to be a professional artist or anything like that, if you have any ideas and you want to send something over on Twitter, doesn't have to be now, it could be any time, feel free. I'm not looking for any crazy like overlay type stuff. I generally like to keep it pretty much like gameplay, like I don't know. I don't necessarily like the big graphics and putting things in fancy looking boxes and stuff like that. But if anyone has ideas, I may put a small like gradient looking thing behind the big D, but other than that, Nodvask sending over a book. Nodvask, what do we got here? Saying, you looked hot when you were younger. Nice mug there. Did I? Let's take a look. Thank you. I feel like I look exactly the same. This wasn't that long ago. My hair is just as bad. Needs a trim just as much as it does today, pretty much. Yeah. Just daytime versus nighttime. But I'm going to take it as a compliment somehow. So thank you very much. Hashtag Dreamin' sucks. This is a Dreamin' raid featuring Heisenberg, too. Heisenberg, what up, man? BG, you should just ask Katie to use her layout. Should I? Should I go with that layout? It would work for me. I think you're right. Or Nightbot. Oh, Star. You might like this idea. There's bots. I don't know if I'll use them. But I'm considering using bots that connect with either Streamlabs or Stream Elements. I might switch to Stream Elements. I don't know. I'm trying to fix some other problems, and I can't get it to work in Streamlabs, and I'm thinking maybe I can get it to work in Stream Elements. Which is it's pretty much the same thing as Streamlabs. It's the like alerts when people subscribe or send super chats, or the thing that's popping up on screen right now. It handles stuff like that. Two baldies, BG, my eyes. Pixie Pal, I'm sorry. Oh, man. Samuel sending over $1. Thanks, man. Saying, how was your dry cereal, BG? It was not dry. It was okay. So, I'm not really a fan. Like, I used to be a huge fan of like just regular milk. And I would drink it by the gallons and everything, man. I don't know. I really thought I liked it. Keyword is thought, because I'd never tried any of the other milks. And then one day, like my mom had soy milk. This is years ago at this point, back when I was still living at home. So 10 years ago or something like that. Anyway, I didn't really want to try it, but she was like, yeah, why don't you try it? And, well, I did. It turns out, it's actually way better on cereal, in my opinion. I don't know, it just has a better taste to it. So, yeah, unfortunately, they were all out of that, and I was like, oh, man. Well, now what? I've never tried any of the other milks that aren't actually milk. I don't know if I'm gonna like them. So I tried almond milk for the first time, and I'm not really a fan. I can't say that I'm really a fan, but hey, it's still better than eating dry cereal. So, Glenn Woodall said it over 5. Glenn, thank you very much. Saying I'm looking at 100% Act 6, and the King Groot in 6.4.2 is a pain. I don't have Doom. Is there any other answers that could work for applying shock? Glenn, I just did that fight today, in fact, using Thor Ragnarok. I don't know if you have a Thor Ragnarok ranked up, but it was like one of the last fights I did on stream. I might make a separate clip out of it, because apparently a lot of people have a hard time with that fight. And, hey, it was pretty tough for me to get through it as well. But I could have one-shot it had I not made a pretty big mistake at one point. So, but if you want to see how that goes, if you happen to have that champion, if you don't have Thor Ragnarok, I think I've heard people say they've used Sentinel. There's probably other options besides that too. Someone's saying Darkhawk in the chat right now. Breast milk all day. God. Almond milk all the way. Ah, man, never. Oat milk? Yeah, I've never had oat milk. I don't know, man. The vanilla soy milk is is where it's at for me, man. It's just, it takes any cereal and makes it taste like the good cereals. You know what I mean? It sweetens it up. Shark sending over a crazy barfing face. Your last one just says it wasn't dry cereal. He used water. You know, I always wanted to try water on cereal. I was never brave enough. But is that at my, is that, oh, you know what? Let's, yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go do, yeah, let's just go hit the arena, I guess. But Shark, thank you for the buck. Whatever that face was for, thank you very much. The only reason I ever wanted to try water on cereal is because, well, hey, sometimes you do run out of other things to put on it, right? And then someone I worked with, really nice, really nice lady who was kind of close to retiring and did retire, maybe about 5 years into my job. She said that her husband only ever ate cereal with water and never milk, and I was like, what? What is this madness? And I was thinking, yeah, just maybe, you know, someone coming from another time. He was older than she was and everything, so he was, I think, in his 70s. So I mean, you know, maybe he's seen some stuff, man. Maybe during wars and stuff like that. Maybe he didn't really have the option. I was like, man, kind of want to try it, but I never did. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough about the cereal tangent, I guess. I don't know. Did spend 4 to 5 hours today learning some Python and pleased with self. Nice, Star. I would say Python is probably the language I know best, but that doesn't really mean much, since I'm still not very good with it, so. But I could actually read and understand Python significantly better than most languages, at least. People eating cereal with water is the reason I found the Infinity Stones. Oh, man. Speaking of water. Alright. Water and cereal is some fear factor stuff? Dude, I think you're right. I think you're right. Want to learn the machine learning packages in Python, but need basics first to help self. Okay. That's where your goals are. To take over the world with some machine learning. Got it. English is my best language? Hey, same. BG for future emote, can we get a glass of orange juice? Glass of orange juice? I don't know. I'm not going to say a definite no, but I feel like I don't drink orange juice enough. I definitely drank orange juice a bunch through the McFabio run and everything, but I feel like I could maybe find something, because I only have one slot. I have one extra slot. I could replace something still, but it needs to be something really good, you know? BG, will you be day streaming tomorrow? Because I live in Australia and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. But it's worth it to watch the streams. Oscar, I don't think so. I don't think so for tomorrow. There's some other things that I really need to spend my time tomorrow doing outside of MCOC. I mean, related to MCOC. Essentially, I haven't been like I'm really am trying to figure out solutions to some stream issues and stuff, and trying to figure out what I want to do, and then also spend more time editing a certain video that should have gone up like 3 weeks ago at this point. And really, I just want to spend the time doing that. So, as much as I want to do 6.4, I think it might be wise to not stream tomorrow and just do that instead. Okay, let's get out of this arena. I forgot to claim my milestones. That's fine, I'll claim them later. I've got Mystic Dispersion turned on right now, so all my Mystics, of course, way at the top there. Still miss McFabio? We all do. But who's fluent in Man-Thing and Universe Egg? No, I understand them, but fluent. Don't even know what Cranch was till it was said here. Yeah, I didn't know what Cranch was either. Can you do an updated vid on Suicide Masteries and most effective ways to get the materials for them? I just did a updated video about Suicide Masteries. I think I did included a few builds, and then I think I did talk about ways to get the cores and stuff as well, if I'm not mistaken. That happened maybe 2.5 months ago at this point, something like that. Easy, sending over a buck, saying, BG, I'm about to go up against Ultron Boss at the end of Act 5. Who are some good matchups? You say, I do have a rank 4 Corvus. Well, there you go, man. Corvus. Corvus it up, dude. Corvus is a great option. Champions that can shut down robots like Medusa. Good option. I'm not sure entirely about Vision for that fight, but it's probably a good option. But I don't know exactly if his abilities make it easy or not. Nebula's good though, because Nebula can also shut down robots, especially if you're going in there with the Proximus energy. Void could potentially be good. Warlock's probably good, I would imagine, yeah. But yeah, rank 4 Corvus. You might just want to go in with Corvus, and if you die, just pop a revive and just follow up with that. You know, his damage output's going to be strong enough to carry you through the fight, where it wouldn't take that long to do. That's assuming he even survives. You know, like, you got to be cautious about how you approach that fight. You don't want to put any sort of debuff, including parry stuns, on Ultron when he has the healing or the power gain. But aside from that, man, then you're pretty much just good to go. And if you have Corvus ramped up, like, by the time you use a special too, like that could be it for the fight. I don't know. I can't remember how much health he has. He might survive that, but yeah, you're gonna do a ton of damage. So Claire too. Claire and Beardo, I'm not so sure about. They can do the fights. I'm not sure if they'd be considered like amazing for it. I don't know, but Corvus for sure. Cloud Contempt, send it over Buck. And actually, yeah, so I would worry more about having champions to clear the path to get you there, more so than finding additional options, you know. Without Contempt, thank you for the Buck. Where's your last one at? Saying, how about how about 2 dancing mangoes? You know, mango tango. I don't know how I would how I would draw that for emoji, but it would be nice. It would be nice. I was wondering why you were yelling. Uh-oh, did you crank the volume or something like that?
Man loves beans.
Oh! The man loves beans. Steven. Steven S16 sent over $1 saying, I just saw that Suicide Mastery video. It was really helpful, BG. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you, man. Glad you dug the video. Thank you very much. So is that, I never checked the volume on that. Is that coming through really softly? The change to the alert sound when somebody sends a message through Streamlabs. Because that was one thing I wanted to fix is you know, the sound was the same and it was making me think, like if two messages came in at the same time, one through Streamlabs, one as a super chat, it made me think that only one came through and I would see the super chat, and yeah. Beans is very quiet. Okay, alright. I'll raise it up a little bit. It's literally a clip from Psych, which you guys know I love Psych. It's the episode where what happens? Where Lassie, he takes Sean and Gus to like where like the old western tourist trap that he kind of grew up on. And yeah, like the sheriff feeds them beans, and then he gets hurt, and they take over for him. And that was Gus's comment about him. The man loves beans. And I was like, dude, if there was ever something that fit me, it's that. Alright, let's keep the grind going. But now, and so what? As I was rambling, did I not see Yuki's? Yuki. God. How do I do this so much? Okay, you said tweet. Now I have a different problem, because the beans thing distracted me so much that I missed Yuki's. Okay. Yuki. What do we got here? Did you send over another? Oh, crap. Well, sorry, man. I didn't mean to make you send over another. You were rambling and I sent another, you dingus. I'm sorry, man. Alright. 26 days have passed and he probably is still there in the same place, waiting. Come back. Brian leaving McFabio later today. McFabio left speechless with an open mouth. Listen, man. He left on his own. Okay? He wanted to go. Alright? It was his choice, not mine. I swear. Don't blame me. Yuki, thank you, man. GR Linden said over too, saying, have you seen the trailer for the second movie? I have not, and I don't really want to. Did you see, there was, they did some, what's it called, stuff. I saw they also did some, I think it was, Instagram Live. I don't even have an Instagram account. Well, actually, technically I do. I just never used it. But anyway, someone posted it. Someone, like, clipped it all together and uploaded it to YouTube as well. And that popped up in my feed. But I don't really want to know anything about the second movie. I know a little bit about the second movie. I know the name of it. And I can kind of guess a little bit of what's happening just from the name itself. But I don't want to know, I don't want to see any of the shots or anything like that. I just want to see the full movie when it comes out, and that's it. But yeah, I'll definitely watch it when it comes out for sure. Love me some Psych. GR Linden, thank you for the 2, dude. Think Fabio doesn't have time for MCOC. He just came for a week to show us schlubs. It will never be him. Hey, he's still out there grinding somewhere. Just no one can... He's grinding in privacy. PG pulled 5-star Namor from the Dungeon Chaos Crystal. Nice, dude. Which I'm super happy about. I have the capacity to take him to Sig 200. Should I do it? I'm leaning towards that. Yeah. I would say that's a good move. The only reason I hesitated is, like, I don't know what other options you have, so I can't really say for sure that that is your absolute guaranteed best option or whatever, but I mean, it's Namor is never a bad option. Like, having a Sig 200 Namor at your disposal, he's good for most things and amazing for the times where you need that Sig ability. And yeah, if you can get him to Sig 200, why wait? He's good for prestige as well, so yeah, man, I would say go for it. Great champ. And we'll be talking about the Psych movie. Psych is a TV show. If you guys didn't watch it, it's a TV show, and they went for 8 seasons, and then they ended it. But they still, it's bizarre, man. I've never seen anything like this. Are there any other? Can you guys think of any other shows that this happened with? Like, I don't. There must be some. But they're using, like, the exact same cast. It's not like a remake or anything like that. It's, 'cause I know they've done that before, right? Where they, like, you know, Hollywood running out of ideas, remaking stuff. But this is like, no, Psych. Let me see when it aired. So it aired from 2006 to 2014, and they were supposed to have the second movie out earlier, but one of the main actors, I think he had a stroke. I think that's what happened with him, and you know, kind of messed him up pretty bad there, and I think he's like mostly recovered now. But yeah, and they're like, I think that's what the second movie is about, is kind of around that, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I haven't seen any of the trailers. I don't want to see them. I just want to watch it when it comes out. But yeah, it's kind of crazy though. Exact same actors. Firefly. X-Files did it too? X-Files. Wow, yeah. Forgot about X-Files. I don't really know too much about Firefly. Girl Meets World? Well, that's different. That's a... They didn't make a movie out of it, right? That's just like a show. That is kind of a unique thing too, though. But we have seen that. We have seen that with other shows too. They did that with what? Full House too. Fuller House. But anyway, Big Mac sending over $1. I did see this one. I did not see this one. I just was too rambly. Big Mac, thank you for the $1. Let me see. BG, any tips of where I can find updated AQ maps for current Alliance quests like map 5 and 6? I don't know of any myself. Maybe some of the bots have them. If anyone else in the chat knows. Because, yeah, there's got to be some updated maps out there, but I don't know of them personally, since I don't use them. We do map 4 in my alliance, and it's just kind of a free-for-all, since you don't really need to be super coordinated for map 4 the way you do for something like map 6. Entourage? Did they do that for Entourage? I never really watched Entourage, but I'm vaguely familiar with it. Meaning I think I've seen commercials for it. You check out Firefly, Space Cowboys. I don't know if I'd be into that. Breaking Bad? There was a Breaking Bad movie, right? Maybe it's a more common thing than I thought. I'm finding a bunch of examples. Hold on. Firefly. I don't watch a lot of TV in general, so. Oh, Firefly only ran from 2002 to 2003. Oh, is it just one season I'm seeing here on Wikipedia? Oh, I think I recognize one of the actors from Firefly. This guy's pretty funny. Yeah, this is the guy's name. Alan Tudyk. I don't even know if that's the right way to say his last name, but this guy's been in a ton of things. He's an underrated actor, I think. Maybe he's not underrated. Seeing all the stuff that he's in, holy crap. Maybe I just didn't realize. maybe I was underrating him. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff, so I'm sure it's well known that he's a good actor. But anyway, yeah, I really don't watch a lot of TV, so I probably won't watch that either. But yeah. PG, how do you get the infinite streak in 4-star featured arena? First 10 rounds, use some garbage champions. Then the next, you know, from a streak of like 10 to 18, you pretty much just go in with your best champs. You're gonna have a hard time if you don't have high enough level champions. I'd say you really want to have like maxed out 4 stars or rank 3 5 stars. But preferably even higher than that. Preferably you have rank 4 5 stars that you can use to help you get on the infinite streak even. And then once you're there, you can use rank 3 4 stars. Yeah, rank 3 4 stars shouldn't be a problem in that arena. Or rank 2 5 stars. Not Valsk sent over 5 of them Canadian bucks. Thank you, dude. Saying tweet for you. Okay. Let me see. What do we got on the tweeters? What is this? Here's a stream layout for you. Huh. Okay. I see you used my exact face. The rest of it's pretty cartoony, but you got my exact face, so that's good. Cutoff for 3-star Stark Spidey. Down to Ducks Fun Champ. Here's a website just found on Aunt May. Full yellow bar void. Getting one shot by... Thor Fraggle Rock. Big D, what is this? I mean, obviously, I see the. It looks like it's raining What is... Oh, is that me pole dancing? Is that what that is? Okay. Solid effort, I would say. My God. Alright. Let's keep going in this arena. I thought it was a lamp at first. I thought it was like some horror movie. I'm gonna make a lampshade out of you type stuff. It's like, wait, what the heck? Alan Tudyk does the voice for one of the Star Wars movie droids, and I can't remember which. You know, the first time I saw him was in a movie that I didn't really like. It was 28 Days, I think was the name of it. It was like a rehab movie. And the whole movie was just kind of eh. It was something that Laura and I watched together, and I don't know. We made it through the movie at least. So it could have been that bad, but wasn't my type of movie at least, and that guy saved the movie for me. There was some scenes with him that were really funny. And then after watching that, I was happy that I watched it, because then I realized, like, oh man, this guy, he's in a lot of things. He never it seems like, for the things that I watched at least, it seems like he never had like the main role, but he always had like an important role. Like he was Steve the Pirate in the Dodgeball movie. That's the only one that's the only example that comes to mind. He was in a Psych episode, I believe. I think I saw him in a Psych episode too. I don't know, I already closed the IMDb page, but he's in a ridiculous number of things, it seems. 28 Days, the zombie movie? No. It was yeah, it was a rehab movie with I can't remember her name, but she was in the Speed movies. B. Daniels, send it over 10. B. Daniels. Thank you, man. My bank keeps thinking my super chats, did I just say? Super chats are fraud. I like keeping them on their toes. Wow, dude. Just keeping them on their toes. All right. Well, B. Daniels, thank you, man. Appreciate the support as always, man. Thank you very much. 28 Days of Night was the vampire one? Yeah, I didn't see that one. Sandra Bullock. Yeah, that's her name. The Speed lady. He was hilarious in Death at a Funeral. Definitely haven't seen that movie. It sounds familiar, though. I'm going to look it up real quick. Looks like there's 2 Death at a Funerals. Don't think he was in this one. This one's 2010. We have one 2007. There he is. Chaos ensues and a man tries to expose a dark secret regarding a recently deceased patriarch of a dysfunctional British family. Okay. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen either of those. But yeah, man, he's funny. If we were on Twitch right now, I would pull up a clip from from a scene from the 28 Days movie, but we're not, and I don't want to get banned off of YouTube. So yeah. GR Lit at 705 saying Death at a Funeral is amazing. He takes acid before his girlfriend's dad's funeral. Okay. That sounds like a pretty wild time right there, man. GR Lit, thank you for the 5, dude. I wish I could say I would go and watch this movie, but knowing me and my track record for watching movies and TV shows and stuff, I feel like by the time I watch that movie, 10 years might go by. But hey, if you guys are bored right now looking for a movie to watch, sounds like a good one. Had a good rating on IMDb at least. BG or chat, I need your help. Should I rank up and max out Awakened Fury, Awakened Stealthy, or Awakened Doc Voodoo? Yeah, they're all viable options. How far into the game are you? What type of content are you looking to do next? That might be something you have to think about for who to rank up. But they're all really good options. If you aren't that far into the game yet, and by that I mean anything before Uncollected, I would say, then really a lot of it comes down to personal preference between the three of those champions. You do have the healing from Doc Voodoo, which can be nice, but the other champions also just do more damage and can potentially get you through the fights without needing the healing as much, so... but they're all good. Post Uncollected, like I said, they're all viable. But as far as which one's going to be best for where you're at in the game, it's a little bit hard to say. Well, BGM Uncollected, and I plan to go for some variant. Okay. Plan to go for some variant. Those champions... they don't exactly crush the variants. They can be useful in variant 1, but typically the easier variants to go after are variants 2, 3, and 4. Anything but 1, really. And none of those are amazing for that content, I would say. Like, you could do heavy attacks with Nick Fury. In variant 2, no, that's not good. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that still doesn't make the decision too much easier, I would say. Might just have to be a personal preference thing. Or if you are looking to do some of the variants, then I'd maybe suggest even looking beyond one of those champions for the time being and maybe rank up a champion that does put the focus more on one of the variants. I mean, I guess variant 4 too. You don't necessarily need super specific champions for the higher star levels. You just got to really make it through those quests, and then you can do a single clear and 100% the other chapters that need lower star champions. But yeah. Nick Fury I used quite a bit in all variant besides 2. Did you? Did you end up using him in, like, variant 3? I mean, I could see Nick Fury being good for the early parts of variant 4 and stuff, but kind of hard for me to imagine where he'd be best used in variant 3. Outside of synergies, of course, you know. Nick Fury's always useful for synergies, but even in variant 3, you generally want to stack techs. Where are the Suicide Masteries? They are... These masteries right here, Liquid Courage, Double Edge, Recoil. And generally, if you have these masteries, you also want Willpower. Although Willpower is not technically considered a suicide mastery, but it's these three right here. And a lot of times people don't necessarily include Recoil. It's just a prerequisite that you kind of have to get, but yeah. In all honesty, Variant 1 is kind of what killed my drive to play. Still to this day, don't have the champions required, pretty much, to fully explore it. Well, damn, man. Yeah, that is a bummer. Did you do the other variants, Dicer? Because the other variants are definitely, for a lot of people, more enjoyable. They can be pretty specific, but maybe less demanding than Variant 1. Yo, BG, should I go for exploration or just start new stories? Both. Basically, if you like, keep going. Keep doing like the next quest, but when it gets difficult, when it starts requiring a lot of items to get through the quest, back out and go back to the easier quests, and then explore those. And generally, I'd recommend hitting the event quest before the story quest. So, because the story quest is always going to be there, make sure you're getting the rewards out of the event quests that have a time limit to them. And then with extra energy, whatever you have left over, then, you know, use that to advance in story, is what I'd recommend. I'm stuck. My only other option is Sentinel, but he's unawakened. Well, Sentinel is still a great option. Even unawakened, he can be really useful. But I understand if you don't want to go with him. You don't have to, like, those three options that you said, they're not bad options. I just don't know exactly which one to tell you to go with. You know what I mean? Maybe if you're lacking in a certain class type or a certain type of champion, if you don't have any power control, or maybe your other champions. Like, I don't know if you have a Captain Marvel, but if you had a Captain Marvel, then that would be like, oh, dude, definitely go Nick Fury. Some, you know, things like that. But those champions are good. It's just they don't necessarily dominate an entire variant the way that like a really powerful XL or really powerful tech champion would. Oh, good lord, I just got annihilated. I started to, but after the hell of attempting Variant 1 with my roster and using up literally all of the available resources and still failing, didn't give it too much effort. Tried, failed, quit pretty much. Okay. Well, I'm sure you know without me saying it. They're always there if you ever want to go back to it, you know. How do you beat that magic on Variant 1 first quest? I can't even beat her. There's a few options to get through it. Omega Red can get through that fight, if I remember correctly. Blade, I believe, can as well. Archangel, I think, can as well. I think maybe that's who I used, even Archangel, because I don't think I used Omega Red at that time. I think I was just like I think midway through Variant 1 is when I got Omega Red. Actually, I don't remember the whole timeline there. I'm fairly certain though the rewards from completing Variant 1 was a mutant rank up gem that I used on Omega Red. BG, is your 4-star basic arena guide still relevant? Yeah, the 4-star video the arena video that I made for the Infinite Streak, it still applies to the 4-star basic. It does not apply to the 4-star featured or 5-star featured. Used Omega and AA and still died. I think I just suck. It's a really tough fight, man. It's a super tough fight. It's one of the most difficult fights of that first quest. Once you get past it, it's a little bit better, at least, from what I recall. I was gonna get hit by that. We good? We good. Is Ronin worth it for rank up for Act 5? If he's awakened, yeah. He's worth ranking up and using... I mean, technically, you could use him even without ranking him up on the resistor nodes, where the opponents stack up lots of buffs, and you could just stun lock him. Assuming that wasn't a typo. And we're talking about the Cosmic Ronin, the A Ronin. That's the thing, it killed my drive. Don't really want to. Keep MCOC installed pretty much because of the investment I have in my account. And log in like once or twice a month just to see what's going on. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, understandable. It always sucks when it happens, but it does happen with games sometimes. BG exploration or starting endgame? Endgame meaning Act 3? Is Act 3 endgame? Were you the person that just asked about that? Or was that someone else I was talking to? When it comes to going in yeah, you were the person I just answered you like 5 minutes ago, dude. I don't know if you stepped away or something like that, but you generally want to push as far as you can in new quests. So yeah, do the new quests, but then when it becomes too difficult, back out and explore the previous quests that were a bit easier to manage. BG, seriously thinking of taking my 2-star. Is that supposed to be 6-star? Yeah, that is 6-star. Okay, I thought there was 2 stars. Taking my 6-star, I'm at a rank 2 if my next 6-star 2,000 shards away. It's crappy. Do you know how much she improves the level? I mean, it's just like any other champion that you take a 4-star to, you know, or I mean a 5-star to rank 5, or yeah, any 6-star to rank 2. It's... I'm not sure how much I could really say about it, you know? It increases damage, increases survivability, all that good stuff, but I can't give you like an exact number that it's gonna... You're gonna get through the fights X amount faster kind of thing, you know? If you're curious about the stat increase, you can always go to Aunt May and check it out there. I'll even pull it up here for you. Where are you at, girl? There he is. 6-star, rank 1. So here's the stats. 23,000 health. A little over 1,900 attack. Let's change this to the percentages as well. So here's the percentages that you'll see in game. And then if we go rank 2, it's quite a big bump in stats. But again, I don't know exactly what that would translate to on a fight-by-fight basis, you know? Still waiting on a ManThing, simply because I love the character. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jason. Love me some ManThing, dude. BG, what is your favorite flavor of Lifesavers? Is that what it said? That is what it said. Favorite flavor of Lifesavers? Cherry, I guess? I don't know, man. I haven't had Lifesavers in a while. Man, I've been trying to stay off the candy. I don't even know if I consider Lifesavers candy. I guess they are. But, you know, they're like, it's like hard candy. You know, generally I consider the candy the stuff that you could eat more rapidly. Anything that slows you down, yeah. Sure, it's still candy, but it's different, right? It's kind of better in a way. But anyway. Dude, I've been trying to stay clear of all candy. I'm about 2 months candy sober at this point. Maybe slightly longer than that. Maybe about 3 months, actually. After the holidays, I was kind of sick. And then after I was done being sick, well, I went hard on the junk food and candy and stuff like that. And yeah, man, the only way for me to stop is cold turkey. I gotta get rid of all of it because I love candy. Caitlin, VA Art sent it over 3 of them Australian bucks. Thank you very much. And it ranked a 4-star Annihilus. Is he good for anything? Annihilus, he's not bad, yeah. Most people would not consider him to be like some game-changing champion. And I certainly agree with that. I don't think he's like the absolute best champ in the game or anything like that. But he's not bad. The armor breaks can sometimes be useful to get through some of the really annoying armor-up opponents like Iron Man Infinity War. If you have the Despair Mastery, you can stack tons of debuffs and cancel out the opponent's healing. He's got immunity to a few different things. Is it just Incinerate and Cold Snap? Is it both of those? I want to say he had immunity to 3 different things, but I could be wrong on that. We're going to MA. Let me see. Whoops. Here we go. Whenever the opponent activates... No. Where is it? Okay, immune to Incinerate, Frostbite, Cold Snap, Power Drain. Oh, that's the other thing, was the Power Drain and Power Steal. And all that stuff. When you have the Cosmic Control Rod. Okay. He's got those immunities. He's really good in the new Incursions. Depending on the buffs that you get there as well. So yeah, he's not... I wouldn't put him in the same league as like the best champs in the game, but he's not bad. They buffed him recently, which certainly helped. Caitlin, thank you very much for the 3 though. Do appreciate that. Bonesaw and Richie Wife sending over a buck. And we're back to nothingness, dude. It must be... What the heck is going on? I saw the message from you earlier. And we're back to nothing. So, I don't know what the deal is. But Bonesaw, I'm sorry to say that there's no message. There's no previous. Damn it, dude. This is so bizarre. Thank you for the buck. I could check Twitter in a minute here if you want to send it over on Twitter. Oh man, it feels like such a weird way to communicate. Feels like talking through the phone in a prison setting or something. Through the glass. Easy sending over buck saying BG one shot that Ultron with Corvus. Thanks my dude. Dude, congrats man. I figured he'd be able to make it not too bad for you. Nice, man. One shot him. Good stuff. Just wait till you get that guy to rank 5, too, man. You can one-shot that boss at rank 4. Wait till you get him to rank 5. Please don't. Okay, good. Never used his special. Beautiful. Superman is a Hyperion ripoff? Perhaps, but kind of insulting to say, man. He can hear you. How dare you say that? I wonder if anyone ever intentionally gets hit to loot, like, put their charges on cooldown so that they're not used. So that they can build their power a little bit easier. Some next level Corvus strategies. BG, would you still take the OG Vision offer for 3k units? Is he useful for Act 6? I would take the offer just because it's a new champion for 3,000 units that you can't pull from the crystals. And they also gave you some other stuff. So, would I still take the offer? Yeah, absolutely. Do I see myself using OG Vision in Act 6? Probably not. I'm sure some people have, but I don't know if I used them for anything in Act 6 yet. I might have. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting, but man, he's just become less useful as time's gone on. Not because he's a bad champion, but because of the other champions that came out that are just stronger and kind of changed the game in a way too. Power control in general became less important because of champions like Ghost that can just phase level 3 specials and you don't have to worry about them gaining power, or other champions like Corvus that, well, I suppose in Act 6 you don't kill them so fast that you never have to bait a special, but in other areas of the game, yeah, sometimes you just get to a level 2 special and that's it, especially with a cosmic boost on. Fire them back to back. Other champions too. And then of course, we did get some new power control champions that for the situations where you do need power control, typically want to use those champs, like Doom if you have a Doom, and some of the other good ones. Power control is still fairly important, but his damage doesn't keep up. Not only does his damage not keep up, but it's like you don't always have the easiest time building power with Vision compared to some of these other guys, like thinking again about Doom. He's a Mystic champion, so if you have Mystic Dispersion, awesome. But even if you can't take advantage of Mystic Dispersion, he has additional ways to gain power. So yeah, it's for a bunch of reasons he's become much less relevant to the game. But again, some people still use him. I'm not saying he's a garbage champion. It's just other champions are used more. Simple as that. Who plays Minecraft? I never played Minecraft, but I kind of always wanted to. I don't know if I ever will. At this point, the game's been out for a long time. But I always thought it'd be fun to screw around in that game for a little bit. But yeah, at this point, if it hasn't happened yet, I probably will never play it. You look tired, BG. You okay, brother? Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't sleep a ton last night, but that's typical for me. Mysterio for power control? Not really, man. Mysterio for power control He's not a... He has some power control abilities. Or a power control ability, I should say. But I would not recommend him for a situation where you needed power control. You can play Minecraft in my world, BG. Well, thank you, BuzzDog. But, even though I would play the game, I'm not going to be downloading it anytime soon. 100% 5.4 and got OG Black Panther, Electra, and Yondu. None of those will ever have use to me because my 5-star roster is decently developed. Got a second Mystic Gem. I've only pulled 3 Mystics. All Loki. Rip. Oof. That is a bit of a rip, man. I will say this, though. 1, Electra. Don't sleep on her. I actually used her in 6.2, and she's a 2015 champion. If you go through the variants and get a skill 2015 gem, might not be the worst option. You're not going to use her for a lot of fights, certainly, but yeah, just a tiny little bit of silver lining there with that one. And then Black Panther, I'm really hoping that they buff Black Panther, man. I don't think they're going to. They're giving him a bunch of synergies and stuff like that, and it seems to be that's the way they're going to go about making Black Panther stronger, is just by tossing a bunch of synergies his way, which is unfortunate because, I mean, they might as well just not do anything at that point. He's such a lacking champion. But who knows? I mean, they also gave synergies to Colossus, and then they buffed him. So maybe there's still hope. But yeah, hopefully you get some better pulls soon, man. Still disappointing probably, but a couple little hints of silver lining there at least. Get Stardew. I probably won't do that either, Star. I want to play a million different games. There's just not time for it all. Is Ghost good unawakened? What is the fastest way to get gold? Fastest way to get gold is basically the arena, selling extra ISO, and the incursions. And Ghost, yeah, Ghost is good unawakened. I use Mysterio's special 1 as a risky power control. I don't bait specials with Mysterio, I eat them. Well, that ain't power control, man. If they're gonna throw their specials regardless, you might as well evade them. BG and Incursions, I got Buff Cornucopia and the mod where heavies nullify buffs and activate bleeds. It was a slaughter with Hyperion. That sounds pretty good. Nice, man. What 6-star champ would you rank 3? Out of my current roster, probably none unless maybe I awaken Aegon or magically Sig 100 plus my Omega Red. But other champions I'd rank 3, Warlock. Oh man, just the thought of a Mojo, but I would need him to be awakened as well. Rude. I'm sorry, Star. I need a champion that doesn't need to be awakened to have them be rank 3 worthy or low Sig level. So there's probably there's not a ton of the options there, but there's some. Doom, I would rank 3. Looking at a list on MA right now. Ghost, of course. doing a quick scan, so I might be skipping over some. If I got Sentinel Awakened, I would probably take him to rank 3, but I don't have him a single time, so it's out of the question. If I had Sunspot Awakened, I would probably rank him up just because he's also high prestige. That's the thing too, is I don't, even though I said I would rank 3 certain unawakened champions like Warlock or Doom, I don't know if I actually would, because that just kills any hope that I could ever come back in prestige, you know? Or I would have to wait significantly longer, at least. So I would also kind of want a higher prestige option. Yeah, maybe even like the new Sorcerer Supreme. I don't know if I like her that much to do that, but maybe. Mysterio regenerates all damage taken after special 1 for a short time. He also deflects 70% off it back like Electro. Yeah, I'm aware of the ability, but that's not power control, man. That's very different than power control, you know? In higher level content, too. Thing is, if you eat a 5-hit combo, that could just be game over. It would be nice if he had that ability outside of his special 1. Because the way I consider that ability is like, it's a nice safety net if you make a mistake. Except, it's not really a safety net because it's something that you have to kind of intentionally do. Because you have to use your special 1, and with Mysterio, using the special 3 is pretty much the way to go. For the average situation, at least. Right? There's always exceptions, of course. But while building your power, while building to a special 3, you don't have that safety net. So it's kind of frustrating to use Mysterio at times because of things like that. BG, what's your fave character? ManThing. Because he's man awesome. That was terrible. I regret saying that. BG, can you do an updated guide on how to farm units? I think my guides are fairly updated. I mean, basically the only thing that's not in the 7,000, because I made 2 of them. One was like 5,000 units in a month. How to farm that, and then the other one was 7,000, I believe. And that one I made before there was a 5-star arena. So the potential is higher than 7,000 in a month because of the 5-star arena. But that's pretty much it. Everything else, you still get units from the calendar, from the 22-hour solo events, from the monthly event quests. You don't get units from things like the incursions. I don't think they've added new ways. The objectives don't give you units. I think, unless I'm overlooking something, I think the only thing that's not in the unit farming guide is the 5-star arena. But I've also done follow-up calculations on, like, I think I called it milestone math, where I calculated if you did also farm the 5-star arena, like if you farmed all of the arenas, how many units you can get from that and stuff, you know. So if you haven't seen that, might be of interest to you. Thoughts on Human Torch? Great champion. Slightly situational. He's not the guy you want to use for every fight, but in some fights he's amazing. Largely does not need to be awakened for most areas of the game, but for the Abyss, the awaken ability seems really important. Possibly for some other areas. BG, if you got ManThing as 6-star, would you rank to him? I don't think so. I already have him as a 5-star, rank 5. there's other champs I'd rather take to rank 2. Diversify the rank ups, you know? Now, if I awaken to 6-star, well, that's a different story. And then yes. Any particular champs you would like to see come to the game? There's a couple. Jubilee. I'm gonna name every single Marvel character I know right now outside of the characters that are already in the game. Number 1, Jubilee. And number 2, Darwin. Guy who adapts to survive situations. I think Kabam could give him some cool abilities. Although he'd probably hit like a noodle, but his utility would be unreal. Potentially. How to farm units. Step 1, arena. Step 2, arena. Step 3, arena. Basically. There are some other unit areas, but yeah. Basically. Do you think Incursion rewards are underwhelming? No, I think the Incursion rewards are good. Here's the thing about the Incursion rewards for me personally, though. I think the reward, like, it's rewarding content. But if I look at something like the arena, like I need units. Everybody needs units in this game. I mean, technically you don't, right? You can play the game without spending units after you unlock masteries and stuff like that. But realistically, everybody wants units, right? And of course, it's the premium currency in this game. So of course that's going to be useful. But if we look at something like the Incursions, the rewards here, I think the rewards are actually really nice. Getting all like the top rooms, the amount of gold, shards, and of course the artifacts and the milestones and stuff like that. Dude, there's a lot of rewards here, but there's no units. And that's what it comes down to, is like, okay, I have a certain amount of time to play outside of what are like the required areas of the game to play, which are like your alliance duties, you know? You gotta keep up in AQ and alliance war and stuff like that, right? Can't let your team down. So you gotta do that stuff. And outside of that, and outside of like, you know, spending your energy regularly, there's only so much time in a day. And making that decision of getting units in the arena, and it's not just units in the arena, you got other things in the arena too, but getting units and battle chips in the arena and everything, compared to not getting those things in the Incursions, yeah, I don't really like that. But the rewards are still good. I don't. If it were up to me, if Kabam was just like, hey man, you get to pick, you get to decide, what do you want to change the Incursion rewards to? I would say, okay, we can't just add more. You can't just like take all the rewards that are in there and say, hey, throw some units on top of it. It'd probably be too much, right? It's kind of unrealistic. In order to add more rewards to it, you might have to remove some of the rewards that are already there, and I would be okay with that. And I would change up the gold. I mean, man, I would almost mirror what they give you in the arenas. I'd rather the gold be battle chips, or maybe you don't have to take away all the gold to convert it all to battle chips. Maybe just some amount of battle chips, so that people can get their donations in. At least map 6 donations with just playing Incursions, and then maybe take away some of the shards and replace them with with some units or something like that. I don't know. But otherwise, no, man. I think there are rewards for incursions. It's certainly rewarding enough for me to play it. Daniel sent over. Did you send over 2 super chats? I was gonna read it. I was gonna read your other one after my my tangent there. But you did send over 2. Okay, the first one says how to farm units. Step 1, buy them. My way is faster. Well, that's true. It is faster to go with the MasterCard method. Or Visa or whatever. iTunes gift card. Okay. And your second super chat here is saying, I forgot step 2, hate yourself after you waste units on calves. Step 3, buy more. Step 4, repeat. Oh, man. Well, at least your roster looks good. You could hate yourself all you want, but the roster is, it's looking great. B. Daniels, thank you though, man. Thank you very much. BG, do you think incursion crystals are not worth it? No, I think they're worth it. I think you may be the one and only player of this game who actually cares about making sure you spend all available quest energy. But I admire your commitment to efficiency. It's essential for free to play. I mean, I certainly don't spend all of it. But so here's generally what I try to do. I mean, there are days where, yeah, I don't let it cap out throughout the day. But for the most part, I just try to do this. Wake up in the morning, spend, you know, dump my energy. Sometime throughout the day, dump it again. And then at night, dump it for a third time. I mean, without the sigil, you get 240 energy total throughout the day, without including helps as well. But just logging in to dump your energy 3 times a day. If you're doing it in the monthly quests, it takes 5 minutes to do. So we're talking 15 minutes total. Of course, it takes longer if you're using it to explore like later story quests and stuff like that. But the majority of my energy is spent doing like heroic, master, single clears of normal, beginner, and stuff like that. It's super quick. And yeah. I think there's a lot of people that that try to be efficient with energy. If you think I'm alone, Dicer, I don't know, man. You're the way I know you like to go about it by just buying a bunch of energy refills, plowing through the content right away when it drops. And you're certainly not alone in that. But if I had to guess, I would say most people don't do that. I'd say more often than not, people are logging in periodically throughout the day to spend their energy that's built up. Who's better, Omega or Colossus? They're both amazing champions. It's situational. If I could only have one of those two on my roster, it'd be Omega Red. But they're both amazing. Whichever one you have, rank them. Don't look back. Seem to be the only one disappointed. There were no units or battleships in Incursion. Still 2 hours or so to run. Time that could be arena milestone grinding. Yeah. I mean, I think if you go through it fast, it doesn't have to be 2 hours. If you do a big push, then yeah, man. It is pretty long. But no, I totally agree. I brought it up to the devs. Their response was basically they're not looking to You know, they want to keep the rewards. They want to keep the battle chips and units and stuff like that in arena, and have different types of rewards for the incursions. And paraphrasing here a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much what they said. Surprised that you're not dumping your poop first thing in the morning? Who said I'm not? I'm a multitasker, you know? If you hoarded all your units for featured Cavalier crystals, would you have higher prestige, more gold, newer champions, etc.? Yeah, of course. Opening up crystals compared to not opening crystals? Yeah, absolutely. I would have more of those things. But I would also have less champions ranked up. It's a trade-off, you know? I just prefer to have the additional rank up resources. It might come to a point where I'm going to have to open Cav crystals. If I'm right in the amount of rank ups that are now available because of the updated Glory Store and stuff like that, then I feel like I might run out of gold, and I might have to start opening up some Cav crystals. Just in order to be able to keep using all my glory and stuff like that. So BG doesn't just take 3 dumps a day, it takes 3 energy dumps a day. Yes. IBG, last I spin 5-star Cap Marvel, not the classic one. Do you have good tactics for her, and is she good? So the Cap Marvel movie one, right? That's what you're saying? I don't really have much experience with her. She is really good, but I don't have her at a high level, so I don't have much for in the way of tips. I'd recommend checking out Legacy's channel. He's got some content with Cap Marvel since he has her as a 6-star rank 3. There's probably some other channels out there that have some videos too, but I unfortunately don't have much for tips. Sorry, man. Only 100% last quest and uncollected so far. Just started driving and have full energy. Yeah. Pull over, man. You got full energy. What are you nuts? No. I mean, I totally understand. There's a bunch of people just let it cap out for long periods of time. There's certainly days like that for me too. BG rank 5 Ghost or Warlock, please suggest. They're both great, man. It just depends on personal preference and what you're looking for. But they're both amazing champions. I can't really make that decision for you. I'm just saying, I've seen you exit arena and enter random quests for the sole purpose of dumping energy. Oh yeah, I'll do that all day. Just because it's full, not because you necessarily want to do the content at that moment. Yeah. No, I definitely do that. Just an observation, no judgment, bro. Oh, I wasn't taking it as any kind of judgment. I was just saying too, you know. That's all. Just a conversation. You know there's nothing but love. Hey BG, what's the best way to learn ghosting? Got a rank 4 awakened, but just can't use her effectively and get wrecked most of the times. Best way is probably to ask someone that has a ghost. Yeah, I don't know. I think Ghost is easier to use when the AI is aggressive. And in Realm of Legends, the AI is not necessarily super aggressive at times. But I'd maybe still recommend practicing there. Not only will it help you learn how to play when the AI isn't just playing right into your every move, but you'll also be farming up some potions as you do it. So Realm of Legends, always a good place. But aside from that, I don't know, maybe just start using her, even if you're not comfortable using her, even if it's easier to use other champions going through the monthly event quests and things like that. Get out of your comfort zone and do it with Ghost, you know? BGL's Laura, haven't seen her in a while. And Star saying, tell Laura we love her a long time. She's doing okay. She's doing fine. I'll let her know, though. World's Finest Dudes. Sending over $1. Thank you, man. What do we got here? Saying, so I'm about to go into Act 5, and I'm going to bring up a tech champion, Ghost Sentinel or Warlock unduped, or Iron Man Infinity War duped. Thoughts? I would go with one of the unawakened champs. I would... Alright, so I don't think I would go with Infinity Man. I'm not saying he's a bad champion, I just think those other champions are stronger. And then oh man. Here's the thing about Sentinel. His awaken ability, it is fairly important. And without him being awakened, I think those other two champions are stronger. They might be stronger just in general, because, I mean, Ghost and Warlock are some of the most powerful champions in the entire game. So you could argue that they might be stronger than Sentinel even when Sentinel's awakened. But the one thing about Sentinel to consider is Variant 3, and he is strong in Variant 3. But then again, so are the other guys too. So, yeah, I don't know. I would probably favor Ghost or Warlock. Whichever one you personally prefer. Again, man, it's so hard to choose between those two. As I was just saying to someone else asking about those two. But I would narrow it down. I would narrow that list down to Ghost or Warlock. Play around with them both. Eventually, you'll probably want to rank both of them up. But some people really don't like Ghost, and if you're one of those people, then no matter how much you hear other people say Ghost is amazing and things like that, don't rank her, you know? You gotta rank up the champs that that you personally prefer to play and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd recommend one of those two, probably. B. Daniels sent it over to saying, last about Hot Ones. Okay. Let me update ZD real quick, and then I'll check it out. B. Daniels, last one about Hot Ones. I'm loving the show Hot Ones on YouTube, so entertaining on the road. I want to do the show also. I've seen Hot Ones. It's a good show. I don't watch all the episodes, but I've seen a few of them at least. But I'm not famous. Yeah, well, all you gotta do is get famous, dude. Get famous, and then we'll get you on the show. You're crazy for wanting to do it though, man. Screw that. I was thinking like, man, if I was famous, if I was famous, if I was a movie star or something like that, or a musician, and they asked me to go on that show, I would just straight up say no. I'd be like, hey, look, I'm a fan of your guys' show. I think it's great, but no, no, thank you. I'll just watch. Screw that, man. I don't know if there's probably been celebrities who have just straight out like said it too. I don't know. I wonder how many of them have like said no privately and never like wouldn't admit it publicly, but I would just say straight up, I'd put it out on Twitter or something like, the Hot Ones people asked me to be on their show. I love them, but they can go to hell. That would be my tweet. Screw that, man. Oh, dude, you sent over another 5. Saying, haha, got the text. Is this fraud? Good job, bank. Oh, man. B. Daniels, man. Thank you for another 5. Hey, at least they're asking you instead of just shutting down your card, but that's funny. Thank you, though, dude. Appreciate all the generosity, as always. Noise, you sending over 5 of them Polish bucks. Thank you, man. Saying... Where is your last? Okay. I've read that according to WHO, which is the World Health Organization, if you poop less than 2 times a day, you are already considered constipated. Really? Interesting. Fun poop fact of the day. That is a fun poop fact of the day. Well, I don't know if you guys necessarily want to know this information, but you'll be happy to know that, according to the World Health Organization, I am not considered constipated. A healthy diet of probably too many servings of beans. Easy. Send it over a buck. Saying, any tips for no retreat? Oh, God, no retreat. Welcome to hell. No retreat is a very annoying node to deal with, man. Corvus is going to be good for some of it, for sure. Generally, I think the worst part about no retreat is when you have to bait out specials. So, if there's a way that you can get through the fight without having to spend much time baiting out specials, you'll greatly reduce the incoming damage of no retreat. So champions that just deal massive damage on, you know, maybe heavy attacks like Archangel or Hyperion or Colossus, Omega Red, or Corvus if you just don't bait out specials and use a special too, which if the opponent, you know, has their special 3, it'll drain their power, so you're kind of safe there as well. Or Iceman, that can just tank their special 3s. Things like that can be helpful. Or just power drainers in general too. Pretty much any of these champions that, you know, that where you don't have to necessarily bait specials. That's the best way to go about it. Certain champions, you can, like against that Agent Venom, you can interrupt his heavy attack. So normally against Agent Venom, you might dash back twice. And there's a bunch of champions that have like these multi-hit heavies where generally playing it safe. You know, you might want to dash back to evade all of the hits of the heavy before going in. But you can usually find a faster opening. The boss is like that as well. Yeah, the Sabertooth boss. But yeah, man, that node just in general, super annoying to deal with. Yeah, you have 6-star Gulk. I honestly, personally did not find Gulk to be all that useful. He reduces the incoming damage, but his damage output, like, I guess because of the duration of the no retreat damage, I found myself having to dash back so much to keep reactivating it, and you don't heal up all of the damage from it. So he can get through a couple of fights, but I found myself still losing a lot of health throughout the quest, and found myself using other champions entirely. But yeah, you can give it a shot at least. Maybe you'll have more success with him than I did. Alright, B. Daniels sent over another 2 saying DJ it's Khaled, right? That S is supposed to be a D. Bowed out after only 3 wings. God, it's a shame that I have to ask that name. I've heard the name before a billion times. But anyway, after only 3 wings? Dude, I think I could even get through more than 3 wings. That's pretty bad. Okay, yeah, it was typo. Okay, alright, just making sure. I think I could get through more than 3 wings, but man, actually maybe I couldn't, because I don't think I just wouldn't go on the show, period. Like, a lot of actors have contracts that require them to do promotions. Oh yeah, for sure. Like they at the end of their when like before the movie comes out, their press junkets or whatever they call them. But dude, it would be in my contract that I'm not going on Hot Ones. F that, man. Put me on any other show. I don't care what the show is. Actually, there's probably some other crazy shows out there that I wouldn't do too, but I don't know of them, so. Bediana sent over another buck, dude. Oh, wait, I don't think I updated it last time, did I? So I think that's 40. Thank you, man. Saying BG, I'm still down to do it. I've done wing challenges all over. That's right. I think I remember you recording one, right? And sending it over. I've done wing challenges all over the country, from not that bad to signing a waiver and hating myself for about 8 minutes, then doing a different one. Oh, man. Yeah, screw that, dude. I mean, I've eaten a lot more hot sauce as I've gotten older. When I was a kid, dude, like, even the most mild of hot sauces would be like, dude, this is too much. Give me ketchup or something, you know? But, still, the hottest hot sauce that I eat right now is, like, Frank's hot sauce, which is not that hot, you know? So, dude, I would not be able to handle it. I don't eat spicy foods. In general, outside of, you know, just adding some Franks to whatever I'm eating, but yeah. Can you explain what the slow debuff does? Sure. Slow debuff prevents the opponent from going unstoppable or evading. And I think that's it. There might be special circumstances where heroes gain additional abilities, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Here, we can check out She-Hulk on Aunt May. Okay, it causes a slow debuff on the opponent for 12 seconds, reducing the ability accuracy of their unstoppable and evade effects by 100%. Opponents with a natural class advantage cannot be slowed. I don't know if this line is for all of the champions that are able to slow, but I think it might be. Let's check out. Where is Stealth Spidey? There he is. Does he also have that same disclaimer? Here we go. Okay, chance to inflict slow debuff, reducing ability accuracy of unstoppable and evade effects. Yeah. Opponents with natural class advantage cannot be slowed. Okay. One last one. Sorcerer Supreme. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's just across the board champions class advantage thing. It's no good. Stealthy slow also prevents miss. Oh, does it? I already closed that one out, but okay. Back in time to see you still online. Yeah, Gwenny. Oh, it's getting late though. Yeah, for a little longer at least. Not much longer. This could be the last round right here. BG, since you're talking about hot sauce again tonight, you gotta try Texas Pete. I think I have tried Texas Pete before. Better than Frank's, not much hotter, so okay for you. I think I've tried Texas Pete before. I've tried some different ones. I used to like the Cholula one the best. I don't know, the Frank's one seems to be just the one I like the most. I haven't tried a ton, so I'm sure there's one out there that if I tried it I would like it, but yeah, the bomb I've heard is worse than last step. So before I one of the last things that I got to see before I quit my job was someone I work with. I guess Hot Ones had come out yet, but I hadn't heard of it myself. But people I worked with watched it, right? And I guess they knew of the bomb. And yeah, they basically got two people to have like a hot sauce eating competition with chicken nuggets from Wendy's. I remember very clearly. Chicken nuggets from Wendy's and the bomb. And it was kind of like, you know, start out with like just a drop on a bite of a chicken nugget, and then 2 drops, and then 3 drops, you know, and just kept going higher and higher until one of them tapped out. Neither of them had that good of an experience with it. we had to pool together money to get them to do it. Everyone else chipped in like $5 or something like that. It was worth it. Good morning, BG. What's up, Enzo? Just finished a bowl of Newsper Crunch. Is that how you say that? Cereal made with real bits of gravel. Oh. And I'm ready for the day. Well, nice. That's good. I've never heard of this cereal. Is that an actual cereal, or is that just a joke? Hold on. Oh, this is a real thing. I've never heard of this before. It does look very gravelly, though. It looks like it might hurt your mouth. I've eaten plenty of cereals like that. Madsen. Am I saying that right? Madsen, thank you so much for hitting that member button. Thank you very much. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana along with all these sweet-ass custom emojis that you now have access to. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think that was my last round of the arena. Let's go spin out a crystal. But, Madsen, thank you so much. My neighbor used to grow peppers and made one called Garden Party, which was about 6 peppers he'd grown, and some other things like celery and crap, and then another called Mango Habanero. So good. Okay. Interesting. Worked at a little grocery store. Hold on, let me spin this before I read the rest of that. Worked at a little grocery store, and a customer grew Trinidad scorpions. Just that name, dude. No, I'm out already. And gave us all one before about 20 seconds before the store opened. Oh, God. There were about 8 of us all realizing mistakes were made. Dude, I can only imagine. God. Did the Blazing Challenge at BWW. It wasn't bad. Drank a glass of milk. And had one little order of celery / ranch. Was fine. Until I had to potty. Rough. Oof. Alright, we got some units. It was only the 75er, but I'll take it. BG just finished writing a paper that was supposed to be 10 to 15 pages, but ended up being 2.5. Turned it in anyways. Nice, man. Hopefully it's still accepted. Alright, guys. It is about that time. So, gonna be calling it here. Gotta hit that sriracha. I've tried sriracha. It was okay, but I preferred the other hot sauces pretty much. I would eat it again if I didn't have anything else, but you know what it was? It tasted all right, but it kind of hurt my stomach for some reason. I don't think because it was too hot, because it's not, you know, it's not that hot or anything. It's just I'm not sure what it was, but the couple times that I've had it, for some reason it just hurt my stomach. Oh, Madsen, hold on. Before I go, you had a question too. Should have scrolled up to see. Hold on. What do you know about rank down gems? Well, they don't come around too often. Kabam mostly has their rank down tickets usually. Kabam usually has them for situations where champions get nerfed, and actually, last time they nerfed some champions, they went about it a different way and had people sell the champions instead of ranking them down with rank down tickets or gems. So they really don't come around too often. Kabam, they also gave out a rank down ticket for the holidays once. I think it was only once though. And I thought they were going to start selling them occasionally, but it seems like they don't want to sell rank down tickets, which I think is good. I honestly, I was never really a fan of rank down tickets anyway. Like, it makes sense if you nerf champions. But otherwise, like, people wanted rank down tickets for rewards. But if you think about it, like, a rank up gem is just 10 times better. Because compare a rank down ticket and a rank up gem. Either way, you're going to get, you're going to get to rank up a different champion, right? But with a rank up gem, you get to keep the other champion too. You essentially have 2 ranked up champions instead of 1. Even if it's a champion that you may have regret ranking up, hey, at least you still have them. So, I was never really a big fan of the rank down stuff, but yeah, we don't really see rank down tickets and gems and stuff. On the betas, they had some too, but I think that was about it. But he sent over another buck saying, Garden Party made you stay near the restroom. Ate ghost peppers, and me and my buddy each ate a whole one and nonstop drooled on my driveway for about 10 minutes. Yeah, see, screw that, man. I don't need that kind of experience in my life. I'm just looking to eat some food. F that. Because you're weak, dingus, you need to be whipped into hot sauce shape. See, I don't need to, though. You know, I'm not trying to ascend to the next level of hot sauce. I'm good with just a hot sauce that tastes good, you know? Yes, I regret ranking Howard the Duck. Yeah, Howard the Duck, unfortunately not the best champ, but there's always more rank up materials out there. So, don't let it get you too down, you know? Just a minor setback, that's all. Alright, anyway, I'm out of here, guys. B. Daniels, thank you very much for being the biggest D. Very generously. Thank you, dude. And thank you to everyone else as well, man. There's a bunch of super chats and stuff, so thank you guys for all the continued support. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be back during the daytime tomorrow. I'm going to try to work on some other things. If for some reason I'm just not feeling it, what I'm working on, maybe I'll just fire up a stream. But don't expect it. And yeah, I'll definitely be back tomorrow night. So. Brian, question mark, sad face? What is this, Roboto? Last? Okay, real quick, and then I'm out. BG, I'm headed for that dreaded Sinister next, and then I'll be 50% done with exploring 6.2. Alright, man. Sounds good. He ain't that bad if you could use revives. But he is still kind of bad. But yeah. Good luck, dude. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Good night, everybody.